We're going to start with Chris Rios' top 5 Dreamboats, which was held over last week by popular demand. So here she is, Chris Rios, with her top 5 Dreamboats. Okay. You want to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or?
Well, I was doing it more like old school.
What are their names?
Well, first Robert Redford.
No,
Super
wait a
dreamy.
minute. Number 1 is Robert Redford?
Yeah.
From which movie did you get this dream vibe?
Probably. Well, he was so cute in Barefoot in the Park.
So you're going back to 1965,
So dreamy.
Redford.
Yeah. And
What
then
is it his
Great
intelligence?
Gatsby.
Is it his perfect jaw, the teeth? What's the dream part?
He's just dreamy looking. He's just handsome. You said dreamy. There's no like cool or like and it's based on like his characters.
You know
right?
what? No, it's Dreamboat. Yeah, who
And that
is?
jaw,
I got that. Yeah,
sexy jaw,
teeth,
Yeah.
hair,
cute, nice smile.
great highlights.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was a natural.
I mean, he got a little wrinkly, but I like that he kind of didn't do anything. He didn't care that he just sat in the sun and.
No, he was on a show once, and he said that when he was young, walking by, women would go, ah. And now he was 82 at the time. They go, ah. So yeah, he was in my list too because of that. Ah.
But I'm sure his personality is very nice. I would hope so. That would make him still dreamy.
I think
even if he looked like a saddleback.
My wife likes him. I think he exudes a lot of intelligence. I think he got better. I think Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid is kind of where he exploded.
Yes,
with Paul
I loved
Newman.
That's
That's
that
where
movie. And The Sting, I grew
Yeah.
up with that.
Mm-hmm.
And he does all the philanthropic
Okay.
things. That makes him even more dreamier.
Right. He does. What is his charity? Oh, he does Sundance and all that.
Like
Yeah.
He brought independent filming kind of to the limelight.
Okay, I get that. That's a pretty good choice. I thought it'd be more like Matt Damon or something.
Well, I'm going to go down. No, Matt Damon.
I was just guessing. Well, nothing.
Not dreamy.
I don't know. Not dreamy. Okay, let's call Mrs. Damon. Well, get her on the line, Dex, from Australia.
Yeah, he has like a hot Italian wife, I think, or something.
I think. Yeah, he has a long-term marriage. He's become boring, which is good in this way. Like he doesn't tabloid. Well, Ben Affleck, no offense, but he's fascinating.
Yes.
What's going to happen?
Gotcha.
Where's he going? Oh my God!
Yeah.
So then they come by like moths to a
They
light.
just live their life and.
Yeah. So that's good.
Quietly.
Okay, number 2, Dreamboat, all time.
I'm going old school first. Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
As you know.
I know, because your favorite movie is The Bishop's Wife.
Correct.
Yeah, black and white. Cary Grant.
And he's just so dapper and.
Well, again,
stylish.
You're talking about when I look at movie stars. And I know I talked about Billy Bob Thornton, like they're leading men. We're like character actors. Movie stars have a movie star head. Cary Grant, which was a lot of pressure on him, he had a movie star head. He would swim 100 laps a day. He was super tan, always wore a tuxedo. And he had this incredibly weird voice.
Mm-hmm.
If people aren't aware of him, he literally in his movies, and I'm not really exaggerating, he talked like this. What do we do? Was the man with a gun? What was he wearing? Was he running toward you or away from you? I need to know now. I'm going to go to a cornfield and run away from a biplane because Mr. Alfred Hitchcock says it's part of the motion picture. But who's going to be flying the aeroplane when I run into the cornfield? You don't know. I wish I could use my stunt double, but nobody's as handsome as me, even with 100 feet away.
I have to climb Mount Rushmore.
I have to climb Mount Rushmore in that movie that I did. But he retired at 64. He said they just didn't, he played the leading man all the way through. Then he did one where he had some scruff and he's kind of playing the codger a little bit. It didn't do the box office. It wasn't clean shaven in the tuxedo. Nobody came to see it. And the older he got, the faster and more mumbly he got. He would talk completely fast like this. I didn't even know what I'm trying to do. I didn't know where I'm going. So people listening now are under 40.
Well, he married Diane Cannon. Didn't he marry her? They had a child together.
He married Diane Cannon and had a baby in his mid-60s. So in that way, he's on my coolest actor list of late fathering guys. I love it. I love that I'm 65 years older than my son, who's 7. There's a bit of an age gap.
Well, George Clooney would fall under that, right?
It's great. You kind of live this bachelor. I always say it's around 54, 55. The man about town, usually the testosterone lowers and they kind of go, I think I could lock in with one person now after 55 years of going all over the place, locking on apartment doors and having sex with 5 different women a day. I don't even know if he did that. But to my point, Warren Beatty, also around 55, 56. Now I'm ready to be a dad. My genetics and my body, my nature as a man, I could make a baby at 15, but I decided to wait 50 years until all that was out of my system, and now I'm father of the year.
Right.
And I will see my kids every other year. Really. So, okay, so we got those two. We got Redford number 1, Cary Grant number 2. Interesting choices.
Well, I wasn't going in order. It's more like
okay, a collage.
I have dreamy old old actors. This is
Got
you're
it.
gonna like. All right, so third. This is the last of the old guys. Gary Cooper.
Really? That's
So
an interesting
dreamy.
choice.
Love in the Afternoon.
Because he was very tall, but he wasn't like considered a pretty boy.
No, he's
like
very handsome.
Cary Grant. God, it's really interesting how retro you go. How old are you? Can I see your driver's license? Okay, Cary
Those
Grant.
are old movies.
No, those are cool.
You know what? A man in a suit, nice hairstyle, good
There
jawline.
was something cool about Gary Cooper. He was the super strong silent type who barely sort of talked. Only talked a little bit. It's like Obama slowed down.
That's so good. You did.
I don't know what you're saying or what you're thinking of doing, but I don't think you ought to do it. I'm Gary Cooper. Cut. Gary, could you open it up a little bit? Maybe, no, this is how I do it. And I just talk like that. So, well, I could do it better than him. He's a wooden stiff. He's a mannequin with a head on top, yammering about, and I could get the bow. Now you're really going back. You're hitting all my impressions. Did you Wikipedia me? Okay, go ahead. Next.
Okay, now we're present day. Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander Skarsgård. Okay.
Dreamy.
He was the
hot.
one. He was the
He
with
falls under
Nicole
that.
Kidman, and he was the wife beating man.
Yes.
That was well. It doesn't mean he wasn't a brilliant actor unless
Right.
that's his real.
No, I doubt it. I would hope not.
So what? So he's like
True
super
Blood.
fit.
He's dreamy
And-
vampire.
Shirt comes off any chance he gets, which I was ripped. You know, guys who like live in a gym and have 3% body fat.
Yeah.
Hey man, the sun's out from behind the cloud, and then the shirt's off. No matter you could be at a Macy's department store. So that guy always has his shirt off in a movie, right?
No.
Skarsgård. Has he ever kept his shirt on?
Yes.
Really? Which movie?
Melancholia or.
Jeez. That's called a stalker more than a fan. Come on, guy. Let's put the show on again. No, I get that he has this. He's just again tall, good-looking, charismatic.
Yeah.
I guess you know.
But he plays so many different roles, so I think he's pretty diverse in his acting.
Yeah.
But
And his-
dreamy. He's dreamy.
He's dreamy. Does he qualify for a dream boat?
Yeah.
A dream boat means a dreamy guy that you get to take a ride with, right?
Oh, is that what it means?
I just made it up. I don't know.
You get to take a boat ride. You get to go on a rowboat.
Okay, who's out? Who else you got?
Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt. It's a good plan. It's a good idea.
I think he needs to come to the podcast now, since I think he's a dreamboat. You think
Yeah.
he's cool.
He's really.
He's our mascot.
What you doing, Dana Carvey?
So, all right. Well, I appreciate those. I was gonna to my coolest actor list, Kirk Russell. I kind of put him as a real because I forgot about Tombstone, where he beats up Billy Bob Thornton.
Right.
In the movie, you're gonna
right,
throw
right.
down, boy. He says so. Billy Bob Thornton is kind of fat in that movie, and he's playing the bully in the poker room, and Kirk.
Press that. I'm so sorry.
That's great. I love that. That
I
should
didn't know you even had that sound.
That is awesome. That was an accident. It was like the room we're in ourselves. It felt haunted in these earphones, like mwah, 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 mwah. It's like it going no, canceled.
Oh,
God, so that was funny. Dex has a Rodecaster Pro with these buttons that do effects, and somehow
It's been a while.
it's been a while. The Rodecaster is haunted today.
Yes.
We got a haunted Rodecaster. That's why we're using these So we have
All the
backup.
mics broke for some reason.
All the mics exploded. They're the most reliable mics by Consumer Reports, but they exploded an hour ago. So Chris is having fun with this because she never did stand up. But the people, we don't want to get letters. Shut up, Brian. Probably the Shure mics exploded. That's why they're using these things. Like they explode a lot.
Lovitz came in here and sabotaged
did a
everything.
little whoppity do.
Okay, so my last.
Your last one? Oh, that was 4. Okay.
4.
Alex Skarsgård or
Alexander Skarsgård.
Alexander Skarsgård. Number.
Well, this was a
All right.
toss-up. It was
Okay.
a toss-up between Ryan Gosling and Chris Hemsworth.
Those were the 2 that my wife and I talked about that we thought might be on your list.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. My sister, who really normally, she fancies young men, but not in a lascivious way. But she saw a Ryan Gosling movie, and I love when women always go, you got to admit. You got to admit, Dane, he's cute. Well, what do you mean I got to admit? Like I won't admit or I have a problem with that? You got to admit, Dane, he's cute. What? I admit it. Do I have to take an oath? You got to admit. No, those are good choices. That's our new favorite sound. That's better. Shut up, Brian. It was an accident. They didn't do it on
Maybe
purpose.
instead of what you doing, Dana Carvey.
What you doing, Dana Carvey? It should just be wah. Next topic. Okay, we can take a hint. We got you.